Good evening. Just a quick reminder, for us to be able to continue holding athletic events, we do need your cooperation in abiding by the social distancing and face mask requirement as per the governor's order. We thank you for your cooperation in this matter. Just a reminder that this game will be played under the Northern Tier League. The Northern Tier League does promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators, and request your cooperation by supporting the participants. No profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or any other inappropriate actions affect the players, coaches, officials, or student athletes, or any team representative. If that happens, you will be removed from the site and all other NTL competitions for the remainder of the year. We do appreciate your interest in our athletic programs and our student athletes. Troy Trojans are making their way down to the field. The Wellsboro Hornets are making their way down to the football field. This time, let's please rise for the playing of the national anthem, followed by the Wellsboro High School alma mater.
football game. The Hornets 2-1 overall. The Troy Trojans also 2-1 overall. It's a big game tonight. It goes a long ways in how these two teams are going to finish up their season as in the NTL and the District 4 Class A standings. Both teams fighting for spots. Only the top 4 advance. And Troy's 5th in the standings right now. Wellsboro's in at 8th. But there's a lot of teams that have a very similar record. Seems kind of odd at this point in the season to be 2-1 as we're several weeks into the season, but due to the games being postponed and delayed because of the virus, that's where we're at this point. Teams getting ready to have the kickoff. Tonight's broadcast being sponsored by First Citizens National Bank, and the Hornets will be kicking off to the Trojans to start the game tonight.
Adam, this is always a great rivalry. Troy is always a tough, well-coached team, and so it'd be interesting to see how they handle Troy's size compared to our speed.
Well, and Troy is the only team that beat Wellsboro in the regular season last year, so I'm sure Wellsboro's going to have a little bit tonight extra for them. Short kickoff fielded at the 30 by the Trojans and brought down quickly, maybe a 4-yard return for the Trojans. The Trojans will start out 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Be interested to see the offensive set that they come out in. Troy's noted for a little bit of option. They're noted for a little bit of power running game, and I think that's what they're going to try to do.
They pack it in tight. Single back for the Trojans. Handoff right up the middle.
Looks like they're setting up a dive option there. And there was no option man, but I expect to see somebody in motion here pretty soon.
Gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Hornets defended that one very well.
Now they bring a split to the near side.
Just a little off-tackle power.
Maybe a gain of 1 on the play for the Trojans. Well, they're going to say no gain on the play, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
That was out of an eye that time, but a flanker, and that's kind of different set, totally different set than the first set.
Now they send 2 to the far side, split backfield for the Trojans. Quarterback keeps it, tries to get around the corner, and he's met at the corner.
That looked like a setup of a lead option where they have a lead back and a pitch man and the quarterback, and then he got it jammed up because the defense did a great job.
And again, no gain on the play there. Well defended by the Hornets again. Now Kibler and Adams back deep for the Hornets as the Trojans are going to punt it away. Adams will field it at the 30. Get it out to about the Hornet, correction, that's Kibler. And he'll get it out to the 38-yard line where the Hornets will start out 1st and 10.
There was some pressure on the punter that time, but the punt did a nice job. One bounce and catch, that's kind of a lot easier to bring it back that way.
First and 10 for the Hornets. Keene. He's going to keep it, and no gain. Actually, a loss of 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 12.
Be interested to see the 2 inside tackles of that 4 front are pretty big boys. And both of them, I think, have been playing like 3 or 4 years at that position.
Wellsboro's going to have to move quickly, see if they can outrun them. Keene takes the snap. He's throwing to the far side, and pass is incomplete.
And one thing, nice protection, a lot of protection on that. That defensive front did not put any pressure on the quarterback. If they're expected to do that with just 4 players, I don't think they can do it. They're going to have to send somebody, which is going to open somebody across the middle.
It's a good throw by Keene. Kibler pretty well defended, but he still should have been able to come down with that. Brings up 3rd down and 12 for the Hornets. Keene with 3 to the far side. Looks again to throw. Throws short, and this one's complete. Looks like it's going to be Callahan. Callahan will get a 1st down for the Hornets.
Callahan did a really nice job on that because it looked like it was going to be picked. And so the guy was kind of blindsided him a little bit there. His vision was blocked, but he still followed the ball. Made a good catch. 1st down.
1st and 10 Hornets at the Trojan 45. Hand off to Callahan. Go right back to Callahan. He dives ahead. Pickup of maybe 7 on the play.
Holding, offense, number 58. 10-yard penalty, beat 1st down.
So that one's going to come back, as it's a holding call against the Hornets.
That was a little kick-out trap by one of the guards, and I believe he got a hold of the defensive end or outside linebacker. But it was a close call.
So it'll be 1st and 20 now for the Hornets. Ball spotted on their own 45-yard line. Keene with a handoff to Adams, and he's going to be dropped for a loss.
And the jet sweep coming around to the wide side of the field, but the short side of formation.
Troy kind of read that one pretty good. They were able to come right through the line and didn't give him much of a chance at all. Loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 26 for the Hornets now. That penalty really hurt them now as they're going the wrong direction.
Seemed to me that Zach Singer on this side might be open.
Keene takes a snap, looks towards Singer. Pressure from the defense, and he's on the run.
Okay.
Gets to the 46-yard line. This time Troy was able to push through.
Yeah, they did exactly what I thought. They're going to send the linebackers, which are a couple blitzes, a couple twists on the inside, which give the offensive line a tough time.
Keene was able to get out of that and pick up 8 yards, makes it 3rd and 18 now for the Hornets.
They shift the defensive secondary now.
Keene again back, goes short.
A little middle screen pass, and the defense did a very good job defending it. They dropped back. There was a rush by 2 or 3, but the other ones realized once you get through there, nobody's blocking you. It's going to be a screen, so they backed off real nice.
Poirier on to punt for Wellsboro. That penalty really did hurt the Hornets there as they were into Trojan territory.
Exactly.
Poirier kicks that one, short kick. It will get a good bounce, and it'll be stopped at the 33-yard line. So the Trojans now will have 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Benford was back deep as well. 1st and 10, Troy. 32-yard line.
Except for the penalty, I think Wellsboro has the right idea in offense. I mean, they stop themselves. And that's what you got to stop in a game like this.
Looking for some passing to open up for the Hornets. That's what they've been working on, trying to get that open. Ayers takes a snap for the Trojans, quick handoff, and Wellsboro meets him at the line.
It's a dive option. You got to be careful in that one to pull that ball out, the read option, and pull it out. Quarterback will keep it.
No gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. Ball spotted at about the 33-yard line, Troy's 33-yard line.
Look for him coming back to that option.
Ayers with a single receiver to the near side, and they go with a handoff.
Oh, that's a pitch. That's a nice little inside sweep. But the Hornets really do a great job coming up fast on that.
Gain of 3 on the play would be 3rd down, and I guess they're only going to give them 7. 3rd and 7.
A long 7.
Yeah, it's looks a little closer to 8. But
Yeah, it's a long 7 though.
defensively, Wellsboro packed in tight. The handoff goes to Binford. Binford goes to the corner, but there's a flag thrown.
There might be a hold on this. I'm not sure. They bounce it to the outside, and usually when that happens, people start turning their backs. And, you know, where he wanted to run wasn't there.
Yeah.
It wasn't there at all. And he bounced out. Just the corner got caught him inside on it.
Walking over the base. Offense. 15-yard foul. Repeat 3rd down.
Must have been a block below the waist or coming from the outside in, probably.
So that's a big penalty against the Trojans now. And it'll move the ball.
Well, now each team has committed a penalty to stop their drive.
Yeah, big penalties. Because now it's third down.
And almost 22 yards.
Back to pass. And it's complete. Looks like that's to Binford, and he's got room on the side.
They send anybody flow to the right, and that's where he's actually looking to go, but they swung it back out of the backfield, and he's going up the sideline, kind of a wheel route. Wide open field until he was tackled.
Nice look by the Trojans, and now they're 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Hornet 30.
Roughing the passer. 67 defense. 15 yards to the end of the run. 1st down.
Is that a roughing passer?
Yeah, and another big penalty.
So we have 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line. No, on the 17-yard line, right?
Yeah, first and 10 on the 17-yard line. So what the penalty that looked like it was going to hurt the Trojans. Now Wellsboro commits another penalty and gives them excellent field position here. Ayers takes a snap, hands it off to Landon. Landon with a pickup of, looks like 2.
That was a great job by the middle linebacker on that one. He came up and filled that hole and took him right out.
Single receiver to the far side. Quick handoff right ahead, and not much there. Landon maybe got 2.
I think that was a good defensive call. They switched out of their 5-3, and the 6 guys down, 6 guys down, excuse me. And the big guys are their guards on Troy. They couldn't move them out of there. It was a real nice job. I think we outnumbered them.
So 3rd and 6 now for the Trojans. Ball's on the Hornet 13-yard line.
Watch for the play action pass.
Late pitch.
There's a hole.
Comes to the corner, and looks like it's going to be a touchdown for the Trojans.
It's a counter speed option. Quarterback fakes to the left, does a pivot, comes right around, and the tailback's coming this way by himself to the weak side.
Nice look, and the Troy Trojans get on the board first. Extra point for the Trojans. Kick is up, and it's on its way in good. So it's now the Troy Trojans 7, the Wellsboro Hornets 0.
Well, we thought the penalty hurt the Trojans, which it actually did. They played a nice play, a little counter pass there, it came out, and then they came back with a counter option. So they must be looking at the speed of Wellsboro. You run a counter play when everybody's going to the ball that fast. Somebody has to stay home in the back, or somebody has to take. That has to be their job to look out for the counter, or look for the options coming the opposite way.
Well, and
they were just outmanned on that one.
What we're seeing is Wellsboro's anticipating run, and so everybody's pulling in, and you don't have anybody. You don't have a safety back deep to cover a receiving passing play like that.
And on that play right there, they scored on. There was a corner wasn't there. He came up, and what really happened was that everybody went to the right, and they came back to the left. And that's when nobody covering the pitch man. We're going to see how the Hornets answer now. You got to come right down the field and score.
Yeah, don't make the penalty mistakes that you did on the first.
And that's what the coach has to tell them. Do your job and we'll win this game. We'll move the ball.
I'll field it at the 18-yard line.
Got a lane. He's got a lane.
He's got blockers in front of him, and he steps out of bounds. Connor Adams steps out of bounds just into Trojan territory at the 48-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Hornets. Great starting field position here.
A good way to start, too. A little more motivation now.
Got some great blockers in front of him.
Well, those two guys on the inside of Troy are big, aren't they? I
Yeah.
don't have any stats in front of me.
Yeah. Keene. Adams in motion. Quick handoff to Callahan.
Okay.
Callahan goes straight ahead. I wasn't sure who was going to get that ball, whether it was going to be Adams or Callahan. They both were there at just about the same time.
They faked that jet sweep to the right and handed off to Callahan up the middle.
Gain of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Hornets. Keene. Handoff again. This time Callahan gets a couple.
That's about 2 yards short. Yep.
Keene comes to the sideline.
Troy's defense is shifting a little bit. I can't figure out what they're shifting to, but it seems they're going to the strong side. They move down on the inside gap of the guard.
Wellsboro, 2 receivers each side.
Got him. Got him. First down.
And that ought to give the Hornets a first down.
That was, like you said, two receivers to each side, and that was an even defense. So they. Oh, good for me. I thought it was going the other way.
I think the Hornets
I
did
thought,
too.
wait a minute, I didn't see. But they stayed even that time. They stayed on the guards where they normally play. So they're doing something when there's a power or a slot.
So the Hornets get the first down and fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10 from the Trojan 35-yard line. Adams in motion. Keene goes to take off, and he's met by the defense. Loss of 2 on the play.
As a defensive end, it's squeezing down. They had everybody blocked except him. He didn't take the bait.
A little bit too long for Adams coming across the field. Keene. He's going to roll, throwing downfield, and it's incomplete. Intended for Sweet. Good coverage there by the Trojans.
There's a little half roll to the right to get out of the pressure of the defense or the blitzes. And
so now 3rd and 12 for the Hornets. They just need to get something here so that they can move the chains again. Keene rolls out, throws over the middle. Looks
a
like
lot of pressure from the backside. He's rolled to the right again, and this time the pressure came from the backside.
so. It's now 4th down for the Hornets. And they're going to have to punt this one away.
Williams and Caleb Bedford back deep for the Trojans.
This is where you need that short punt so that it doesn't go into the...
Got a good spin on it. It's not going to go anywhere. Nice punt.
go out of bounds at the about the 13-yard line. So a good Wellsboro would have liked to have had a touchdown there, Russ, but good setup for the Trojans. They're back pretty deep in their own territory now at the 13-yard line.
Now what you want is a 3 and out. I know everybody says that all the time, but this is a 3 and out, and this position is going to give you great field position when they punt.
Yeah, don't let that
No.
receiver down the sideline again. Wellsboro looks like they're trying to cover that up here. Ayers. Quick
That's
handoff.
that little pound. That's that little one that they had the penalty on before. They run the power off tackle and bounce it to the outside.
Binford with a gain of 5 on the play. So 2nd and 5 now for the Trojans. They spread everything out to get the defense thinned
Right.
out a little bit.
And you don't know. I'm not sure if they're slanting or pinching the defensive line, but you need that outside linebacker or the inside linebacker to bounce out and take that outside play away. But there's nobody covering the inside receiver here.
2 receivers down to the near side. And again, Troy
Ooh,
goes
nice
up the
play.
middle, but
I don't know who that
Wellsboro-
was, but that was a heck of a play.
Wellsboro met him there.
Joe Brown in on the tackle for the Hornets again.
Short gain on the play.
And on the action.
That guy's had 2 tremendous hits. Can't get his number. Do you know what number that is, Adam? Ryan Perry?
I thought Joe Brown,
No.
number
Joe
11,
Brown?
Joe Brown.
Oh, 11 it was?
Yep.
Okay.
Third down. Ayers
Little pass.
takes a
There you go.
snap,
Going-
looking to throw.
Pick it off.
Throwing off the middle of the field, and
No, I thought he had it, but
intercepted by Callahan.
he got it.
So
Good.
great job by the Hornets there.
did a nice job catching that ball, and the ball was ripped out of his hand as he's on the ground, but you can't fumble on the ground like that. So
That's only Ayer's second interception.
End of the first period, time expired.
That's only Ayer's second interception of the season. So at the end of one, it's the Troy Trojans 7, the Wellsboro Hornets 0.
he threw that right into double coverage. I mean, it was just a short throw, and actually two defenders were there. Callahan made a great diving catch.
Give the Hornets great field position as they'll start from their own 40. Good first quarter here between the two teams. Some penalties that really hurt the Hornets more than it did the Trojans. Looked like it was going to early on that drive, but then Troy was able to rebound and come down with a nice long play down the sidelines that Wellsboro wasn't able to get to defensively to stop them before a big gain.
If you're going to script this, Adam, that couldn't have worked out better for the Hornets. You pinned them down.
Right.
You didn't get a score, but you pinned them down, and then you got an interception. You didn't even have to force the punt. Now you have the ball first and 10 on the 40.
Once again, back-to-back drives where they're going to start on Troy's side of the field. This time they get a little bit better field position as they'll start out from the 40. Keene takes a snap, looking to throw on first down, and looking for, I believe it's Singer down the side, just a little bit.
Behind him, outside, I think it was just a little bit too far to the outside. But
So it'll not a bad look on first down when you're sitting on the 40.
that's a great thing to do. You have an interception, turnover, go deep right away, because that you get them with their heads down a little bit.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Hornets from the Trojan 40. Two receivers to the bottom, one split to the top, and they go to Callahan. Callahan jumps over a defender, and he's going to get hit. Loss of 2 on the play, so now it'll be third down and 12.
Awful lot of penetration there by the Troy front on that. Anytime a big turnover, you try to go deep like that. I learned that from the late Jack Young and from Tawanda. He was notorious for that.
And at that point, it doesn't matter whether it works or not. You hope it does.
Yeah,
but
it's one of those things. I don't know what the penalty is now. What happened?
Illegal substitution. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
I think he came to the wrong side of the field. They put 3 receivers over here, realized he was on the wrong side. He went to the other side, and the head official said it was a legal substitution. He thought he came off the bench, but he did not come off the bench. He broke the huddle with everybody else. I understand the gripe he has with that. Nope, give him a penalty.
So another flag.
Sideline warning. Wellsboro.
I can figure out why that call was made.
Okay, so now the Hornets, 3rd and 17.
There's nobody came out and there's still 11.
And
Nobody came out and there's still 11.
that's going to be a false start against the.
It should be on the defense. He jumped in. I don't know if he made the neutral zone, but it's a good chance.
Prior to snap. False start. Offense.
Oh,
5-yard
offense.
penalty.
Uh-huh. Somebody moved up front. Somebody may have sagged back a little bit.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 22 after some couple 5-yard penalties. It's going to be tough to convert this one on 3rd down.
They're going to a two-man deep defense. I mean,
Keene looking to throw. Nobody open. He's going to tuck the ball and run, and he's going to lose another yard on the play.
we got player down.
And a Hornet player down in the backfield. Not sure who the player is.
Can't see. I believe it's one of their offensive linemen. I'm not sure. Yeah, Troy on that one did a good job. They switched from their normal 3 deep to back to a 2 deep, and they're covering 2 guys on the outside receivers. And so both receivers were double covered. And I believe there's a guy dragging across like a checkoff man, but he couldn't get clear.
And then what?
Well,
They had enough.
they had to run, but you have to hold it, not hold, excuse me. You have to keep you on your block an awful
Right.
long time. All that scrambling.
Keene just didn't have enough time to
Yeah.
get something to go.
And since
Didn't have enough room.
And the middle had no receivers, so the defenders really didn't have any place to go, but they're all packed up there. So there's 7 guys up front that are waiting to be blocked by 5 guys, really, when you look at it that way.
Hornet player down for.
It's hard to tell what
8.
they're checking on. Head coach is out there.
Working his leg pretty well.
Looks like his right leg.
A couple other players to go out and help him off the field.
I guess it's a back, isn't it? Well, he's getting up kind of on his own, so. That Kyle
Minogue
Minogue.
getting helped off. You're going to help him right over to the cart. So the Hornets set up to punt this one away now. Another series, just Wellsboro had things going their way, and then things kind of fell apart with a couple penalties.
And yet you're only down by 7, so it's not like
Takes a
Ooh.
Wellsboro bounce and gets to about the 19-yard line. Binford now directing traffic. He's got room on the
reverse
far
field. I
side.
think he's going to take it
and
all the way.
Nobody, and he's
Unless he
going to
can catch
be.
him.
He's going to return it down inside the 5 to the end zone, and Binford returns it about 82 yards for the score.
The ball was bouncing through. They take a great bounce for Wellsboro.
That
But the
looked
fact
like-
is that they all gave up on it, and I think everybody slowed down, reeled the ball, and is it Binford?
Yep.
He took the ball and, on a bounce, reverse field, and by that time all the Hornets were on this side of the field, and there was nothing but white shirts on the other side of the field.
That's why the coaches always say, play to the whistle.
And stay in your zones on the punts. Stay in your area. The left side of field, you come in and hit the right shoulder on them, and the right side of field, you put your left shoulder on them. That way they go out the outside, you can move that way.
Extra point is up and on its way and good.
Good.
9:52 remaining in the second quarter.
So now the Trojans up 14-0 over the Hornets. And so far in this first half, Russ, this has basically been the penalties that has hurt the Hornets. They got to clean up the game here.
Yeah, they have a play, they move the ball, and then they get a penalty. Or then they have a good play, and it's a penalty on that play. I mean, those are the things. You shoot yourself in the foot. I haven't seen anything really that Troy has stopped them. Troy is...
No, Wellsboro's
Wellsboro stopped himself.
Yeah, Wellsboro's had some good looks, moved the ball well.
And if I'm on Troy's sideline, you can say that, but you're just fortunate that Wellsboro stopped himself. That's what you're saying.
Right.
So, just keep playing. You have time on that side to sharpen up your defense. Wellsboro. Nice kick down to the 10-yard line.
Fielded by Kibler. Kibler's going to bring it back to the 24-yard line.
I think that surprised the Hornets a little bit there, how far he kicked the ball.
That was a good kick.
That was his best kick, probably.
Like 55, Jake Dietrich on the initial hit for the Trojans.
It must be real difficult to scout. It must be. I know you have the huddle and you have all those types of things, but to get games down. I mean, 3 games. It's like October, mid-October, and you have 3 games under your belt. And you're off 2 weeks.
Yeah, and the Trojans haven't played in 3 weeks, so.
Right.
Keene now takes the snap, low snap, throws it to the near side, and just high. Connor Adams had to jump up and get that.
That's a little quick screen to the outside. Actually, they didn't cover it that well. He just threw the ball over. He threw the ball high enough for Singer, but not high enough for Adams.
Yeah, I guess
a little bit different in height there.
Guess he forgot who he was throwing to, maybe. Two receivers to the far side, 3 to the near side.
You know what?
And
it depends on who crossed the line first. I know that Wellsboro jumped, but if they weren't in the neutral zone, it's going to be against Wellsboro. Now the far side referee threw the flag. I think Troy might have did it first. Right. Good.
So it'll be a big 5-yard penalty for the Hornets.
That's just one of those things you have to keep the count in mind. You know the count, and you don't go. And if you're a wide receiver, especially if it's a runner or something, you don't have to get off the ball as fast. Watch the ball if you don't know what the count is.
2nd and 5 now for the Hornets. A little bit different setup. Is 3 to the bottom, 1 up top. And again, the Trojans.
Unless we moved here, I don't know. You can't look down and see them guys jumping and you move and stand up.
We'll see who this goes against. And it's going to go against the Trojans.
5 yards, penalty reserved for the first down.
So it'll be a Hornet first down after penalties. So the last series that the Hornets had the ball,
They did a good job. You're going to change the count up, then you don't jump off sides. I mean, they jump off side, you don't move. That's great.
maybe keep Troy at home a little bit.
Yeah, slow down the rush.
Keene on the snap, throws across.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
Couldn't, right into his hands and right out.
I thought he had it.
Singer, and he's not happy about that.
No, he had it for a step and then was hit, and I think his arm was dragged from behind. Just couldn't control it.
We'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Hornets.
Nice pass, though, a nice pattern.
Ball's on their own 34-yard line. Keene with 2 receivers to the far side, 3 to the near side. He's going to keep it. And not much there. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there was too much penetration inside. The backside tackle or guard pulled him like a counter tray with the quarterback, but he couldn't even get past. There was so much penetration, he couldn't get much past the offside center. So it's always difficult.
I almost wonder if Troy was ready for that one. Yeah. Knowing Keene is the 2nd leading rusher for the Hornets. And they really haven't used Callahan very much running the ball. Keene looking, trying to get to Adams.
They got the right idea. The short pass as the game's open. They're giving him the deep. They're taking away the deep. You got a nickel and dime him, but that time it kind of was telegraphed. So by the time he threw the ball, he did a great job under pressure getting the ball there.
Yeah, the offensive line did a good job holding.
And he stepped up in the pocket and threw the ball.
So now Wellsboro's going to punt away again. They trail 14-0.
Good rush. Good punt.
Good punt, and they're not going to pick this one up. Let it roll down to the 26-yard line.
26.
This will be 1st and 10 Trojans at their own 26-yard line.
This is a big series right here.
Wellsboro needs to come up with a stop.
It'd be nice to come up with a turnover for a touchdown, too. But I don't think they're going to throw the ball at all. Well, right there, the first one's a pass.
Back.
Stay back.
He's going to roll to the near side, throwing downfield and incomplete. It's intended for Ridge Spencer.
Nice defense there by Callahan. I think even if the receiver would have caught that ball, he'd have been out of bounds.
Yeah. And I think it developed long enough so that Wellsboro was able to get coverage on the receiver. Ayers rolled out. Took a little bit longer. 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. Quick handoff up the middle.
He just popped through there, hit the right seam.
Landon with a 1st down.
I was kind of surprised they threw the ball that last one. You're up by 14, and you've been moving the ball a little bit on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 Trojans from their own 38-yard line. Again, quick handoff up the middle.
I tell you, what they're doing right now is I think they looked at it and said, we have the big center, the 2 big guards. We're going to just run the ball at you and kind of bulldoze you right back on your backside.
They're up 14-0, so let's just run the ball and eat some clock.
They're just going right into that. Fullback's a great runner. Comes again.
Again, handoff. This one, there's nobody back there.
He's going to get caught, possibly.
Landon.
Nope.
And
Touchdown.
He takes it in for another score.
Touchdown for Damian Landon, 43.
53-yard run.
Look at Wellsboro squeeze the tackles down on the guards, and they got that 5-3, but they actually 4 guys against 3 guys, but they're hitting that little seam.
And they had pulled everybody in tight,
Right.
so there wasn't really anybody back.
No, and you got 2 guys in there that probably go close to, I don't know, high 200s.
Extra point on its way and good.
Kick by Caleb.
And a 21-0 lead now for the Trojans.
The Troy Trojans 21, the Wellsboro Hornets 0.
It was always tough at this time. If you just get on the scoreboard before half, take the ball now and drive down. We've been saying that. Stop the penalties. Get in the end zone. And get within 14. You're within striking distance.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't gone more to running the ball. They've opted for a lot of pass plays.
It's tough with those two big guys on the inside, but by the same token, you got to do some quick hitters. That doesn't get the momentum to stand up because the one guy stands up a lot.
Fielded by Kibler at the 14-yard line, and he's going to bring it right up the sideline.
Nice
And
return. Another nice return again.
Returned right near midfield.
Yeah, probably on the plus 48 on you know. That's where you want to put the ball. We've seen that happen twice now. I just keep it going.
So the Hornets have 1st and 10 from the Trojan 49-yard line. Again, another good opportunity for the Hornets. Good starting field position. We'll see what they can do with it here. Single back behind Keene.
They better stop one guy. You can go and shift. You can't throw the flag yet. Did he call timeout? Did they call timeout? Yeah.
Illegal
Oh.
offense, 5 yards, repeat first down.
Had both Joe Brown and Connor Adams moving. So now it'll be 1st and 15 for the Hornets from their own 46-yard line. Adams in motion. Keene back.
No, that ball's live. Troy's going to get that ball. No. That ball, he was thrown backwards. It's going to be Troy's ball. That ball was a little swing pass thrown backwards.
So a mistake again by the Hornets gives the Trojans excellent starting field position at the Hornet 35-yard line.
We're fortunate right there that they didn't keep that ball live like it should have been. There was nobody on the ground with the ball that was bopping around, or they would have had a touchdown. But that definitely was right away.
Just, it was...
Consider a lateral.
Yeah, and it wasn't thrown very well to Callahan. It was thrown off his fingertips. He wasn't able to get there. So now the Trojans with another great opportunity.
I expect them to come right with just a dive. What do you think? Same dive?
Yeah, I think so. Wellsboro hasn't stopped it, and there they go again. Maybe
unless Wellsboro stops it. If Wellsboro stops it, you're going to see a fake. You're going to see the option come out of there. And you're going to see the quarterback keep the ball around that end or pitch the ball. And on that play, if he'd have pulled it out, it would have been a big play also.
Yeah, gain of 7 for the Trojans there. Bring up 2nd and 3.
But right now, your fullback's back there saying, just give me the ball. He wants to score a touchdown.
Ayers
there.
bobbled the snap, and he tried to get rid of it quick and almost intercepted by the Hornets.
Coach is getting a little greedy on that sideline there. You got to try to throw the football. Damian Landon, the fullback, he's saying, come on, Coach, I'm just good the ball. Hornets are packing them in. I mean, we're packed up in there. I understand. I thought that would happen. But a great job by the linebackers on that.
Ayers bobbled that snap, and he thought he better get rid of it.
There goes
Quick
again.
handoff up
Fumble.
the middle again.
I think the ball's on the ground. I think Wellsboro might have picked that up. Yep,
And they did. They did. So a big break for the Hornets there. What looked like a huge mistake now gives the Hornets the ball at their own 25-yard line. And again, the Hornets need to get something going here.
They pulled that one out. That's great.
This time they give off to
Oh,
Callahan,
man,
and
good
he's got
pull.
room to
Callahan
run.
You got room up the middle.
Gets up across the 40-yard line
Now, that was
for a
nice
Hornet
play.
first down.
That one opened up pretty big. A really nice job by the left guard, I believe, from Wellsboro, pulling and coming around in there a little as he turned upfield. Callahan read it well.
First and 10 Hornets from their own 40-yard line.
They're in motion again.
Pitch to Callahan. Callahan
It's coming back.
dives ahead for a couple, but there's a flag on the play.
Two people in motion.
Illegal motion, number 11, offense, 5 yards, repeat, first down.
Back to first and 15 at him. Well, I guess it's
First and
but
13.
it's 13, but it should have been 15. They went from the play where the play was down.
Throw to the near side to Adams. Adams
Ooh, a little
gets
short.
to the edge and is run out of bounds. Gain of about 9 on the play, so it'll be second down and 4. He had some room out there once they got him out.
Yeah, he
in
had some
flat.
room. He got around it. He did a nice job running it. I mean, the defender was right there, and one-on-one, he made it by him.
Single receiver to the near side.
Got to know the count.
Procedure call against the
Prior to snap, false start,
Hornets.
offense, 5 yards.
Backs them up 5.
Yeah, they had him. They almost had him backing up.
Second and 9, Wellsboro.
So now second and 9 for the Hornets.
They have a little trouble with their formations out here. They got that bunch formation to the left. Maybe they're trying to isolate Singer down the bottom here. I don't know.
That's where they're coming.
So they're coming. Come on, Singer. Come on, make the. It's just off target. You like that ball to come down between 2 yards from the sideline.
So now it'll be third and 9 for the Hornets. And you got to think they're coming right back to a passing down here.
Which I would expect a little bit of a stunt from Troy. See if they send their linebackers.
Wellsboro, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Callahan
Oh, they're setting
in the
up.
backfield, and Keene runs into Callahan, and he's dropped for a loss, a big loss.
Tackle in the backfield, number 50, Mason M.
Loss of 9 on the play, and that's tough when you run into your running back.
Somebody made the wrong turn. You can't really tell who it was.
Yeah,
But by the same token, when you get into the season and you've played 3 games and you've been off, you played last week, did a good job. It's very difficult. This is just a strange year. You see the plays that are working the best for Troy, those little dives. That's something everybody learns in small fry football.
Troy fields a ball at the 25-yard line. There's a flag coming in.
They're going to call a penalty there. I don't know if it's a blindside block or what it was.
Benford on the return.
Benford returns it back to the 37-yard line.
On the tackle for the Hornets.
Well, and you wouldn't expect to see all the 5-yard penalties at
No,
this point of the season.
At
You
this
might
point
get
of
a
the season,
couple, but
yeah, normally you played this would be what, game 7 or 8?
yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
So you'd be thinking about playoffs. You'd be thinking about all the things. You'd be getting polished up for that. Plus the fact is, I really don't know how many practices do they miss because
Right,
of sickness and
right.
if the virus came anywhere near. I mean, I haven't heard of any in Wellsboro, but I mean, as far as the team, the coaching staff, but by the same token, it makes it very, very difficult.
So the ball is spotted on the Trojan 18-yard line, where they'll have 1st and 10.
About the 18-yard line.
And I would expect with 4:15 left to go in this half, they're just going to run the ball.
I think the fullback again, because he fumbled last time. There he goes.
Wellsboro met him at the line.
There's usually no threat of an option when there's nobody in the backfield except the fullback, unless they run that little bit counter option. But I wouldn't be surprised to see that one where the fullback dives left and quarterback opens up left, turns around, goes the opposite way, and pitches the ball.
Just
They
a
sh-
short gain
they
there
sh-
for the Trojans. 2nd and 9.
And I would think if he did that, he'd keep the ball, not pitch the ball. You don't want to throw it around at this point.
Yeah, especially
You want to go in
Deep in your-
21-0, right? You want to
Yeah.
go in 21-0.
you don't want to give Wellsboro any chances for a score.
Here they go. They give it a little pitch there, but now he goes. I think he's
And there's nobody back to cover deep.
going to run.
Wellsboro's in pursuit. He's on the 20, 15, 10, 5, and walks it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
On the touchdown run for the Trojans.
Benford off the pitch.
When he broke loose on that one, he did a nice job. He was being run down, but then you make a little cut. That throws off the stride.
Benford will set up to do the extra point for the Trojans. Benford with the kick, and it's on its way and good.
Point after a
Seems like Benford does a lot of things, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
Second quarter. Troy Trojans 28.
Binford, wasn't the name of the Binford Tools and
Yeah.
the tool man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That might be him.
The senior gets it done again.
Yep.
81-yard run.
Yeah, he has some decent speed. Good football moves.
And the Hornets now trail 28-0 to the Trojans. Troy's got some fresh legs after being off for 3 weeks, not playing.
Yeah, that could be a lot to do with it, believe it or not. But and they probably practice. I doubt if they practice every day. They might practice 4 days a week for the first couple or 3 days a week, and then
This one's gonna bounce
let it go out of
across.
bounds. Ooh, no.
Kibler's going to field it at the 6-yard line.
Well, he's fortunate to get back to the 15.
Kibler on the return for the Hornets.
So we 1st and 10 Hornets from their own 15-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Do you see a flag? Over here, right on the 30.
Personal foul. Number 6, receiving team. Half the distance, first down.
Oh, that hurts.
hit somebody late, wasn't into play or something like that. Necessarily wasn't a flagrant foul.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Hornets from their own 10-yard line. 1st and 15 rather.
What's it delayed for? I think they're looking at what the penalty was marked off as. Wellsboro coming out with really wide gaps, wide spreads.
Callahan on the handoff with a gain of
Hornets.
2.
Mason Impt on the tackle.
Very difficult when you're inside like that. Their big men are over your guards. It's tough at times. They're just standing their ground. That guy tried to crab block him.
Hornets, Keene.
Did a good
Takes
job
a
not
snap,
moving.
handoff to Callahan.
Oh,
Callahan,
man.
no room to go there.
Carry for the Hornets.
That's the guy that got his momentum back and still made the rush. He came between the guard and center. Put enough pressure on.
Timeout, Troy.
Trojans going to take a timeout here with 2:14 left to go.
I think they're taking a timeout simply because they want to make sure that they have enough time on the clock to score again. I think that's what they're really trying to do.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean,
Force next play.
Wellsboro's 3rd and 20.
Yeah. And
So-
Troy, you can't take the timeouts in with you. So they have enough time at 3rd and 20. They don't make it. They call a timeout again. They're going to get the ball back with almost a little over 2 minutes to go.
And should have pretty good field position depending on how this next play works out for the Hornets.
They have to just take care of the ball.
Wellsboro not wanting to. They're wanting to be careful of throwing the ball around here.
Yeah, you had a point, Dory, down this. You don't want them to score again. So, I mean, that's always a tough situation.
Troy's matched up on the Wellsboro receivers. Keene, and he's going to throw, and he's got Singer. Singer's got the first down and more
Nice job.
as he gets out near the 40-yard line. I did not expect that, Russ.
Well,
It was a good play.
It's a great job. You have a big target, and he does throw that slant well. And Singer, the one he dropped, he knows that was his fault. But, I mean, it was a good pass, a good pattern.
Big first down here.
He did a nice job on that.
First down pickup
now,
for the Hornets.
now they're switching to 2 deep to stop that a little bit.
1st and 10 from the Hornet 39. Handoff to Callahan. Callahan has room, breaks a tackle, and gets out near the
About
50.
8 yards. You got about, maybe 9 yards on that one.
Gain of 9 on the play, so he gets close to another Hornet first down.
He shook off one tackle.
Bell is on the tackle. 2nd and 1.
Not make a mistake in alignment and so on. Okay. Boom.
Keene over to Adams. Adams
Adams is
dancing
reverse. Come
around.
on,
He's
come on,
coming
get out
back
here and
around.
get the big guy here. Get up and get out of his way.
Boy, Adams did a lot of running there, but he was able to pick up the first down, and a flag comes in after
What's the
the
penalty?
end of the play. Adams gets to the Trojan 46-yard line.
I'm not sure what the call is in here. There's an awful lot of red shirts just around the area of the call. You're calling against us.
Personal foul, face mask. Offense. First down.
It's an interesting call. Face mask on the offense. And it's not during the blocking of the offensive line, which usually happens on a pass protection.
They will give the Hornets the first down, but they'll put the ball at the Hornet 39-yard line. So they worked hard to get that first down, and now they're coming back to right where they started.
Right. And yet it's still first down. So they got 52 seconds. I don't know if they'll go deep for it. They're going to send everybody here.
Keene with 3 receivers to the
They're playing man-to-man on everybody.
go with a short throw to
Callahan.
intended for Callahan.
Yeah. Incomplete. Clock stops.
Wellsboro have 2nd and 10 now from their own 39-yard line.
They still might try to isolate here. Like they're going to double up. They're going man-to-man. Callahan should go in motion. Okay, they're going to take him deep. Singer.
Again, 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side.
Got to give him time.
Keene back to pass, and he has.
Oh,
He
come
had
on.
Singer right through his hands and picked off
He
by
actually,
Nick Williams from Troy.
if he'd have caught that on the full stride, he might have scored.
Yeah, it was a nice.
He was still had a step on him. That was just a nice, deep, post.
Well thrown ball, and it goes
Very
right
well
through
thrown.
Singer's hands.
Yeah.
So now the Trojans will have 1st and 10 from the Hornet.
At that point, the receiver's always, even if you touch the ball, you have to turn and look where the ball went.
I don't know if he'd have been able to make the turn quick enough to be able to come up with a tackle, but
That was just a nice ball.
31 seconds on the clock for the Trojans, and Wellsboro wants to
It's
keep them
interesting to see
out
if
of
they
the
go
end
to the
zone.
top, they fake that. They're back in the shotgun.
Inford in motion. Nope. He goes back to pass,
There
and
it
it's
is.
complete.
There's a flag here. I don't know what it is. It might be their motion. It might be that their wide receiver started before the play started. Not sure.
Nice looking pass play.
Let's say I hope that's what it is.
Illegal motion, offense.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty, first down.
I sent Binford in motion, faked the Binford sweep, which has been hurting us, and just threw the deep ball to the guy just doing a skinny post on the outside.
That was a big
He
break
was
for the
wide
Hornets.
open.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, it was a great catch, a great pass.
They had one on the near side and one out far, and
I think
Ayers
they-
went to the.
I think they might air it out again. I mean, they realize their defense can stop us, Right, give them
Ayers in
ball
the
this
shotgun.
time.
Again, fake. Now they're going to pitch it out to
Fullback.
Landon.
There he goes.
Landon down to the 10, and
Touchdown.
he's going to go in for the score.
For the touchdown.
So from 48 yards out,
What you had there was a Bill fake that to Binford going across on a jet sweep, and then they had the single back fullback run the option. Don't see many fullbacks run that, unless you got some speed back there. We were fortunate back in the '90s to have. Jared Mahan was a great fullback for us. He could run as fast as our tailback, and so we could play things like that.
just a nice looking run there by the Trojans. Extra point is on its way and good.
Benford is good.
So with 12 seconds left on the clock, it's now 35-0 Trojans.
Well, now we're going to see what we're made of here. We'll start the second half with a mercy rule.
I
It's
think
35
so.
points in the mercy rule.
I
But I
believe
don't know if
so.
they start it right now. But they would run out. But I think we'll just take the ball here and get into halftime.
Trojans set up for the kickoff. Kibler and Adams
I'm
back
sure
for the
he'll
Hornets.
Oh, he's kicking the ball.
Kickoff goes to Kibler. He's going to bring it across the 30-yard line to about the 32-yard line.
Return for the Hornets.
So the Hornets will have 1st and 10 from their own
55, Jay Dietrich on the tackle.
32-yard line.
But 6.8 seconds to go. I mean, what if they'll air it out or they'll just take a knee and go in and see what we're going to do?
I don't know what would be the call here. You're down 35-0. If you're going to air it out, you want a nice safe pass play. They're going to go with Callahan. Callahan up the middle.
Aaron Callahan on the carry.
Gain of about 4.
Safe play.
So that's going to be the end of the first half with the score, the Troy Trojans 35, the Wellsboro Hornets 0. And the Damian Landon doing a lot of scoring for the Trojans here in this first half, as he's had 3 touchdown runs, a couple long ones.
Nothing complicated.
No.
I mean, I think at this stage of the game and the situation we're in 2020, the little dive option, little counter option. I mean, it came off with a power, and there's nothing fancy about what they're doing. They're not even trapping that I can see on the inside. So I think that's a great game plan for them, but they also can do that when you're that much bigger than everybody else. I mean, they are huge up front. So.
Well, we're going to take a break here and let you listen to the band here at halftime here in Wellsboro. Again, the game is sponsored by the First Citizens National Bank, and we'll be back with the start of the second half after a few minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2020 edition of the Wellsboro Hornets Marching Band. This year, for your viewing and listening enjoyment, we present the music of John Williams as featured in the epic science fiction movie franchise, Star Wars. Drum majors, is the band ready?
How you doing, Shane? Chilly night here in Wellsboro. Yeah, this could have been last night. It was past dropping silver.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornet Marching Band.
Nothing we're not used to. I think this year we got to take it how we get it. They are supposed to be home with months. That's right. I heard that might not happen. Huh? I heard that might not happen. As of right now. Football Game of the Week. Back with more after these messages here on the Women's Sports Network.
folks, be very careful on the stairs. They are very slippery. Looks like ice is starting to come on to it. Probably due to the cold weather and possibly even the coronavirus, but it is pretty slippery on on the steps, so be very, very careful.
Around the Northern Tier League tonight, early third quarter action in Tawanda is the Black Knights beating Columbia Montalvo Tech by a score of 17-0. Halftime at Peterson Stadium in Duluth. Montgomery referee
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for the second half here in Wellsboro. At halftime, the Trojans lead the Hornets 35-0. Wellsboro really hurt themselves in that first half with a lot of penalties, but a lot of big runs by the Trojans. An 82-yard punt return for a touchdown, an 81-yard run, a 53-yard run for a score, a 48-yard run for a score. So a lot of big scoring for the Trojans. Otherwise, Wellsboro's was able to keep them in check. Just they were able to get out some big runs, and Wellsboro wasn't able to get back and cover it up defensively.
I think, Adam, you were probably right a little bit. Troy's been off, what, did you say 2 to 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yep.
3 weeks. I mean, that's tough to overcome. I mean, you'd think it'd be a little bit rusty, but their legs are stronger. They're a little bit, I guess in this day and age, nobody should be retired out. But by the same token, their offense is just simple. They're big, and they're going to come after you and say, go ahead and stop us. And we did stop them right away. But then they just come back and found one of the weak spots, I think, and realized they can get the ball to the fullback and do a little option. And I expect to see some of the same. I don't expect to see them. Well, they could throw the ball because they really had the guy wide open on that counter option pass play. But I'd be surprised if they don't try to grind it out.
Yeah, I think at this point, just when they have the ball, I think you're right. I think they're just going to keep the ball on the ground and just pushing it ahead with either Landon or Binford. Just let them run the ball and see what happens. And
the other point is, if the mercy rule comes in effect now at 35-0, I'm not sure if that works after the first series here, but they also can do a little bit of time to practice a little bit. They get some other guys in the game they wanted to get in, and maybe try some things they wouldn't normally try. That's the other thing, because they get it ready if they do make the playoffs. I don't know how close that will be. Nobody knows the playoff situation, just exactly how that's going to work. But since they're only taking 4 teams, I kind of doubt that either one of them, right now, bump Wellsboro out of it. But Troy's close. They probably could make it. Who knows? So they have one more week to go. So we'll see.
Yep, one more week to go. And then I don't know if they have any games that have to be made up with them, because they were off for the period of 3 weeks, and I don't know how the makeup games are going to work out.
Yeah, I know some of the downstate teams. I know one time they said they played a Friday night, a Tuesday night, and then again on Friday night, so just to catch games up. I mean, that's kind of odd, but a lot of things are happening odd this year.
That's right. You want to be in good shape if you have to play 3 games within about a 7-day period.
Now, Troy, has a whole different perspective than Wellsboro has. Right now, Wellsboro has to say, okay, this is what we're going to do. You got to keep playing. 2 things can happen. If you give up, you're going to get hurt. There's a good chance of getting hurt. On the other hand, you still have a little pride comes in, and you try to get that in the game. You try to work on what you can do best, and you come out and see what happens. And anything can happen.
Wellsboro's had some good looks, good drives. They hurt themselves with penalties. 9 penalties here in this first half for 70 yards. They're going the wrong direction, and a lot of those penalties came at opportunities when they were on the Trojan side of the field, and then they got pushed back to their side, and Troy was able to, hold them, and so Wellsboro wasn't able to advance any farther.
And Wellsboro might be able to. You can't get it all back at once, but some of the little short slants work, the little post work. Callahan running the ball work. I mean, there's some opportunities there, but you just have the right attitude. That's what you need to have.
The completion to Singer was big, and then the one that went right through his hands and into the Trojans for the interception, that was another big play.
And he's got to shake that off because he's a good receiver.
The Trojans will kick it away, and this time it's going to go to Adams, and he'll bring it out across the 40-yard line before he's run out of bounds.
And they've had some good kickoff returns, Wellsboro. They put themselves in good field position. I think they've been between the 40 and 50 every time.
Good starting field position once again for the Hornets, as the ball will be spotted on the 40-yard line.
Looks like it was about on the 42 and went out of bounds, though. I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, that's what it looked like from here. Ball spotted on the 40. Receivers split to both sides.
There's going to be a pass play.
Keene takes a
Little
snap,
counter.
and he's going to run.
Counter Trey.
Straight ahead. Gain of 5 on the play. 6 on the play. Give him 6, and so it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Hornets.
by number 3, Tom Ayers.
This time they have Callahan in the backfield. Singer to the near side. They go to Callahan. Callahan not going to get anything there.
Yeah, there was nothing there for him to go. He tried to bounce it outside, but the defensive end from Troy kept outside leverage. It keeps his outside arm and leg free, and you bounce it out. He just pushes it off the block and makes a tackle.
Like that, number 4, Gavin Cohen on the stop. Third.
Yeah, Wellsboro just not able to get a push to.
You got to go north
Get
and
some
south and run the ball sideways. I mean, you're going east and west, you're in trouble.
So 3rd down and 4 for the Hornets. Keene alone in the backfield. Takes a snap, looks to the near side and thrown low.
Pass is incomplete.
Intended for Callahan, and so that'll bring up 4th down. And the Hornets will have to punt this one away.
One thing in the formations they run on defense in that situation, unless Troy goes too deep, they go with nobody in the secondary. There's no free safety. If somebody could break that at that wherever that last formation was, and you catch the ball across the middle, you're gone.
Maybe that's something Wellsboro should look at. Williams back deep for the Trojans on the punt.
Remember, don't relax.
Ball is going to bounce down inside the 15-yard line, down to about the
12, isn't it?
12-yard
Yeah.
line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Trojans. Long field ahead at the 12-yard line.
Well, here we go. Stop them. We need a fumble right now.
Yeah, Wellsboro really,
Bring a fumble and get the ball down here.
Wellsboro would like to have a turnover here.
Nope, somebody's coming off the field. Get off the field.
Binford in motion.
Come on, get him, boy. Get him.
He's going to be.
Great job.
Ayers is going to be sacked.
Well, he almost had him in the for a safety. It looks like they're going to come back to that same pass play they scored on and got called back.
They're going to say he was dropped for a 10-yard loss. It's going to be on about the 2 or 3 yard line. 2-yard line.
That was that fake to Binford, and I think they're going to try to throw that little skinny post on the backside, and they covered it. We covered it that time.
Quick handoff inside, and
Boy, oh boy.
almost picked up the 1st down.
And Damian Landon, he did a great job, man. He's just a little tank in there.
Breaks the first tackle and picks up almost 20 yards on the carry.
Some like of a discussion here on something.
It'll be 3rd down and short for the Trojans.
What do you think?
Ball's going to be on the Trojan 22-yard line.
I'm going to bet Landon's going to take the ball. What do you think?
Now they're going to give the Trojans a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 Trojans from their own 22-yard line.
That was interesting.
Give Troy a 1st down there.
Ayers under center. A quick handoff and met right
Really
at the
read well.
handoff by the Hornets.
Really read real well, but that's Joe Brown.
Brown was able to
Brown's
come
having
right
a
through
good
the
game.
line.
I mean, he's having a good game. I mean, he is tough in that middle linebacker. Reacts well. He hits. He does a real nice job. I know the score doesn't indicate that, but I think where he's at, they're going to run away from him. The only problem he's having is getting really knocked over by his own players, being pushed back at times.
Again, airs under center.
Oh, here goes the pass. Whoa, they
And
got him.
he's going to be sacked.
By the Hornets.
They got him covered pretty good. And I'll tell you what, there was a great push in their defensive line.
On the action.
I don't see Troy switching their offensive line around. That's the same guys that started. Either they took a break and they're thinking it's 35-0. You know, Troy coach should be upset about that if they are.
5-yard loss on the
He was
Trojans.
smothered. He was smothered.
Yeah. Wellsboro was able to blow that one right up.
Did it surprise he was passing?
I thought for sure they were going to run the ball, and when the fullback or the running back came through,
Is the option? No pitch.
they go to
Right
Binford.
there, he got
and
him.
Binford is met there.
Binford on the run. Ryan Sweet on the tackle. Nick Smith in the action as well.
And it'll be 4th down and about 12 for the Trojans, and they'll have to punt this one away. They're on their own 19-yard line, just shy of the 20. But this ought to give Wellsboro some good field position. They can get a good return. Kibler can give them a good return here.
Oh, come on. Don't touch him. Get away from
Kick
it. Get away.
is-
Let it go. It's going the other way. Stay away from it.
Kicked down at the
37-yard line.
Trojan 38-yard line.
And now here we got Wellsboro in good field position in Troy territory. It's a good shot right here to move the ball. That's where a little pride comes in. I think they're fired up to do it.
Well, they had a good stop there, holding the Trojans, and now Keene's going to bring him out. Callahan in the backfield, Singer split, Adams in motion. They give to Adams, and he's wrapped up for a loss of.
Second decision to cut up. At that point, you got to make that cut inside.
He's got the speed, but he just ran right across and ran right into the defenders. So 2nd down and 11 now for the Hornets.
I can't see the number on this guy here from Troy.
Receivers split to both sides. Keene all alone in the backfield.
Nobody in the middle.
Keene is going to call his own number, and he's going to get run out of bounds after another loss.
Out of bounds.
Loss of 2 on the play, so Wellsboro going the wrong direction again.
To see Wellsboro on this play, they have that same formation. I'm sure Coach Hildebrand's looking at this. They send somebody in motion, and the field in the middle is open. Because they're playing man-to-man, and get Singer on one of those little slants. Nobody's around. When you take Adams here in motion and slants, now they changed the defense. They changed to 2 deep zone now, which makes it a little bit tough to do that.
3rd and 14 now for the Hornets. Keene rolls out
left.
to the far side, throwing across the
miss it.
middle.
Got him pretty well covered.
Pass is incomplete.
So 4th down now for the Hornets.
Put him in the hole again.
Looked like Wellsboro had the field position. It looked like they had maybe an opportunity to do something, but wasn't able to get things going there. So now the Hornets will punt it away.
Could be a fake. Nope. Well, you better get looking for the
Punt
ball.
down to the 5. Binford's going to bring it out across the 15.
Spencer Wetzel, Dr. Good on the tackle for the Hornets.
It's a nice tackle on that. Nice play.
And the Trojans will start 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. So again, an opportunity for Wellsboro to. They'd like to have a loose ball or a turnover.
They got
this
something going on
position.
now. Somebody's missing. They're missing a player, I believe. We only had 10 guys on our field.
Handoff, and
There's a fullback again.
he's going to be tackled into Wellsboro territory at the 35-yard line.
I think he's going to be getting close to the 100-yard mark, don't you think? Or over.
Yeah, he's had
Some multiple long runs today.
just in the 2 runs in that second quarter that he scored on, he had a 53 and a 48.
Oh, so he's close to 150 and maybe 175.
And there's another big run there.
Yeah.
Another 40-plus yard run there.
The only problem he's going to have the rest of the day is cramps. There goes that little option. Come up on the inside. Well played. He's still gained a couple of yards.
Kind of tiptoes down the sideline and
Yeah, I got more than I thought he was going to get out of that. I thought they had him for a loss.
gain of 9 on the play.
Tackle for Hornets.
Troy's got this running game really going.
And same play. Dive, counter option.
2nd and 1 for the Trojans at the Hornet 26-yard line.
A different offense there, aren't they?
Ayers,
Yeah,
As
you
a
see
keeper,
that. You see they put 3 guys.
he's going to run it.
Ew.
And he'll get down inside the 10-yard line. And
Kind of an offset eye, and then the two backs, the fullback and the tailback, lead up through a hole on a power, and the quarterback just keeps the ball.
yeah, they're going with a little bit different play that time. Penalty flag comes in.
Is that holding?
Holding.
Yep.
Offense, number 4. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, repeat 2nd down.
So bring the ball back to the
First down, though.
24-yard line.
That's kind of right now. The ball's on the first down, so there's something messed up with the chains again. You see that?
Yeah.
The first down would be on the 35. They're on the ball. They're on 34
First down
now.
for Troy.
So now they're going to give him the first down. So 1st and 10 Trojans from the Hornet 24-yard line.
You see this offset eye?
They have the option to either go to one of the
Right.
backs or
It's going to go.
the quarterback gets hit hard.
I don't know what they changed up on that, but the quarterback has no time to throw the
The
football.
Hornets.
So another Hornet sack that
He's
time.
swarmed by Wellsboro.
6-yard loss. Puts the ball back on the 30-yard line.
And that could have a problem why the dive is working, because of the dive, all you have to do is get your offensive lineman into the chest of the defensive lineman, and you just sneak right through. It's just a little seam. And he's not the big guy back there. He's built well, but he's just a short guy. Here comes the dive again, I believe. Oh, nope. Counter.
Ayers runs into Binford, and Binford gets out to the corner, has room, jumps
my.
over the Wellsboro defender and takes it in.
You know, he
From-
not only just jumped over him and hurdled him, he stayed in bounds. I
Yeah.
thought he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
He came back into bounds.
30-yard run by the
Taylor
Trojans.
Bickford hurdled one of the players on his way into the
My
touchdown.
goodness, that was a great run. At this point, you have to just keep playing football. And I know that's so tough to say. You can't complain about, well, I was held, I was this, I was that. You know, you got to play football.
Flag
And,
thrown
I don't know
now
what that
before the extra
Penalty
point.
is. Everybody hurdles. He's getting a sideline warning or what?
Sideline interference, Wellsboro. 5-yard penalty being forced on the kickoff.
How in the sideline warning when you have to only go to the 25 and you're down on the 2-yard line. I don't know how that sideline warning even worked there.
Extra point is no good.
Their point is no good.
So at the 126 mark here in this third quarter, it's 41-0 in favor of the Trojans. That 5-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Well, the kickoff, right. I'm not sure about it. I don't understand how you get a sideline warning when you're all the way down on the other end of the field.
Well, Hildebrand's asking about.
He's probably
That
talking
call,
about
I
the
think.
hurdle. I mean, there's always a rule. You're not supposed to hurdle anybody. But I've never seen it called. And running backs jump over is just a great play. I mean, I think it's more like if you're hurdling somebody, or a linebacker, and you jump over.
Hurdle all the way.
And it looks like the official's trying to.
Obviously, you probably can hear the people yelling hurdle, but never seen that call in 30 years of coaching.
Ball fielded at the 11-yard line by Kibler, and
Come on, come
Kibler
back, block, good block.
runs into his own man
Yep.
and
Will Kibler on the return for the Hornets.
gets it out
Runs hard.
to the 28-yard line.
Kibler does a nice job running those back.
And he's only a sophomore for the Hornets.
Oh, really? I think Adams got rocked on that one by Kibler.
Yeah,
He was in
that's
a
who
position to
he was
block, and
trying to
Kibler ran
block,
right over
yeah.
him.
Split receivers for the
Hazards.
Hornets.
Hazards of the game. Well, they changed the count. I know who's offsides on that one. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
Well, I didn't see anybody move. Did you?
5 yards.
Yeah.
No.
First down.
Troy likes to jump. They're trying to hurry to get to Keene.
Well, they changed. I think they changed their inside lineman. They put a smaller guy in there, probably a little bit quicker, and he's going on his speed. That's why he jumped off. They got the
Keene
real big guy.
back to pass
And
and getting pressured, and
trouble.
he's going to go down.
yep.
Isaac Keene is sacked.
Coverage was set. Everybody was covered. There was nobody there.
Loss of 7 on the
I
play.
think it was 7 yards. Yeah, because they just had they had the 5 yard. It was 1st and 5. Now it's 2nd and 11? Or, well, it's a 6 on the play, I guess.
Yeah, 2nd and 11.
Still a running clock. I don't know if they'll get this play off here in 9 seconds. Ooh, bobble the ball.
Hand
Those
off to
jet
Adams.
sweep. Cut
Adams
up
goes
inside,
to the
Adams.
far
Cut up.
side.
You can't stop.
And he's going to pick up
Okay.
2 on the play. Should be 3rd and 9, and we're at the end of the third quarter with the Troy Trojans leading 41-0 over the Hornets. Again, tonight's game sponsored by First Citizens National Bank.
It's really tough coaching when there's a running clock like that. And I know you're on the, especially when you're on the losing end, but the time just goes so fast. I mean,
Yeah.
it just flies by. I remember coaching the game one time. We were up by a lot of points, and in the second half, the JVs played, and Coach Reese was taking over the offense. I was sitting on the bench talking to the players, and it was just a pathetic game. And you know, next thing he hands the ball off, and we score again. And I couldn't understand when the game was. The coaches went nuts on the other side. Well, it was 35 second. It was 35. We were up way above 35 at halftime, and it was the last play of the game when the kids scored. In fact, it was Dylan Artis ran for a touchdown, and I think it was Andy. Boy, we got ripped for that. But it was, what are you gonna do? Tell them not to score?
Yeah, you want the kids to play.
And I had no idea the game was even close to being over.
Keene with 3rd and 9, rolls out. Off to
Brown, I believe, right?
Brown, yep, Joe Brown.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to give the Hornets a first down.
So if you're on the losing end, though, the 35 seconds, you're trying to do everything, but it's just going so fast.
So 1st and 10 Hornets from their own 44-yard line. Adams in motion. Keene back to pass, and he's going
Run
to
up
pull
the
it
middle.
down and run ahead, and he'll pick up 6 on the play.
It's actually 7 yards. I believe it's 7 yards in that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3 into Troy territory now.
Troy's subject to a lot of the smaller guys in front now. Get an opportunity to get the JVs in here. Look at they don't know how to handle this bunch out here. Maybe we can rip one here. Oh, come on.
Pass was intended for Singer. Just a little high. That diamond formation that Wellsboro's put out there is a little bit deceiving because Troy thinks that that's where the ball's going, and then it goes the opposite direction.
Yeah, they're trying to isolate Singer on one-on-one on the other side, but that time they realized that they switched their free safety over there, and they kind of let a guy go over on this side. Now they are JVs in there playing, so they probably don't know how to line up against that. I think they're running man. They do have a free safety now. Oh, we moved, I believe. Yeah, I think we set up on that's against us. This has been the story tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah. Wellsboro trying to pull him off, but then this time they moved. So 3rd and 8 now for the Hornets. Two receivers each side for Keene. Keene goes to far side.
Oh, thought there might be some interference on that, but I guess they were going for the ball.
So they'll bring up 4th down for the Hornets, and they'll punt this one away.
I just listened to the fans yell. You love the NFL and that when they play the.
Yeah.
You forget about it. You hear the booing when it's a bad play. And you forget there's nobody in the stands.
It is nice to have some players or some fans in the stands.
Punt. Nice punt. Real nice punt, actually.
Williams is going to let
Get the
this
ball,
one
get
go
the
for
ball,
Troy.
get the ball.
And they down it at the 1 yard line.
That might be the highlight here of this half.
Joe Dirt Downing again.
Good punt.
Right down the 1 yard line.
Good punt for the Hornets. Puts the ball at the Trojan 1 yard line.
Now, the Hornets can get that push that they've had against this offensive line in the second half, even against the first team offense, which I think is coming back into the game by now. If they can get that push, they should be able to get. They could get a safety down here.
Yeah, the last drive, they really got a good push up front.
Right. And they get a safety down. At least they get the ball back. And
You got to think that that's coming in a quick
it's either
handoff
quick
to
handoff where the quarterback's going to just go
Landon
straight ahead.
or Binford, or they'll
right.
run that offset backfield and let them be the blockers for the quarterback errors.
That was their first backfield. Didn't know they were playing. Quarterback, keep the ball. There he goes. No, that's Landon. My goodness, he's tough. He's tough. He was hit 3 times coming out there. They hanging on and pushed all the way out to the 5 yard line. Oh, that doesn't sound like a lot of yardage, but it's great yardage down there.
Yeah, a gain of 4 on the play. Gets the ball out to the 5-yard line.
That time he started to the right, but he broke it back to the left. Kept his feet going. I don't have any weight and size on him, but he must be maybe one of those rodeo guys over there at Troy. Used to have those Morgan boys who were rodeo and all that to play. Great football players at Troy that I knew.
Again, a handoff.
Good stop.
Benford on the run.
Another gain of
Ryan on the hit.
about
Ball
3.
line sweep. Danny Timmons in there as well.
Short gains, but they've given the Trojans a little bit more of a breathing
Right.
room now.
Right. This is where you gotta be careful. You get lulled to sleep with that. Get that fake and that same thing they did before. Can't throw this wide receiver over here. Nope, there's a pitch.
Pitch out to Benford.
He's gonna get the
Benford
first.
around. He's got some room and
First down, mile.
Benford on the
brought
carry.
down at the 30-yard line.
Yep.
Ryan Sweet on the stop.
22-yard
Timeout,
pickup.
Troy.
You gotta have confidence in that quarterback pitch to the tailback. It's sometimes a risky thing, but those guys must run that a lot.
Especially in that position on
And
the
that,
field.
yeah, but I guess you can try it if you're up 41 points. So I mean, what are you gonna do? You don't expect that, but 41-0, you really don't have to be afraid about a lot of
Right,
things.
right. You can afford to make mistakes if you want
Right.
to say that.
I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have some young guys in there right now, because that's still their first offense.
Well, I think maybe they brought him back in just for
Right, to get
that-
out,
to
get out of the
of
end
the-
zone. Right. Yeah.
They were back deep. Wellsboro did a great job backing them up deep, but then
Of course, it's hard to tell at synthetic fields now. Nobody's dirty.
yeah, yeah.
I used to know who the players were. They all come in these nice, clean white uniforms on. I believe that's a different. Is that a different quarterback? The center might be different. Yeah, the guards are definitely different. This is a younger team now.
Handoff. Clayton Smith, the ball carrier. He's going to get close to actually, they're going to say they did give him the first down.
The Ayers is out of there. This is a JV team, probably.
So 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, the Trojan 40-yard line. Handoff with another Trojan first down.
I think Wellsboro is substituting people in, too. Because in this situation, I want to see somebody get hurt. When you're up in the air, you don't know if you're going to play next week or not, but you got to be ready.
Trojans 1st and 10. The Hornet 47-yard line.
See it running power. Off tackle left, off tackle right.
Smith on the carry.
Defense got a hold of him that time, and
Cam
Right.
Brown on the tackle.
gain of 5 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Ball on the Hornet 42-yard line.
I think it might be coming back again. There it goes. Power off tackle left.
This time the Wellsboro defense was able to
Cameron Butler
stop
on
them
the
after a
tackle.
gain of 2. Gain of a yard. 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 for Troy.
think they brought 3 in, but only 2 went out. I'm not sure. Okay, someone must have been out before. We go power this way now. Oh, here we go. Nope, we got the fullback, but
Normal Hornets on
nice
That
job.
time Wellsboro was
Yeah,
able
ready
to
for that one.
Danny Timmons leading
Woodward the
way.
ball carrier for the Trojans.
I would think they'd go for this. Simply because you get a chance for your kids to try to make the first down. They're young kids. They're excited to be in the game. And you're up by 41.
Yeah, and you're in the Wellsboro
Right.
side of the field.
And here goes the power to the left again. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Oh, I'm shocked. Oh, they stopped them. Good.
Quarterback tried to
Counter
roll to
option. Yep. They rolled this with a counter option this way.
Hornets will take over.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Hornets at their own 38-yard line.
Yep, 38 and a half, 30, you know.
Singer comes down to the near side.
Now they kind of got a mismatch on this side right here.
Adams in motion. Give it to Callahan, and Callahan goes off to the far side. He's got some room. Into Troy territory is brought down at the 39-yard line.
Nice little counter
38
tray.
yard
That
line.
worked out very well.
So 1st and 10 Hornets at the Troy 38.
I think it'll be all Callahan the rest of the time here.
If he can
You do that. I mean, you
do
can
that,
break
then
one.
I would stay with it.
No,
Keene back to pass.
no interference there. No interference. Can't see the receiver on that side. Is that Singer?
I think it was Singer.
Yeah. He was covered pretty well that time. We just try to throw a ball up and let him out jump him.
So now it'll be
Okay, they emptied the backfield.
2nd and 10 for the Hornets.
So I assume
Keene.
there's going to be a quarterback draw. There it goes.
Keene ahead for a gain of maybe
Elijah
3.
Keane on the keeper.
So it'll be
There's
3rd and actually it looks like a gain of 2. So 3rd and 8 for the Hornets.
On those draws, you set up, and the linemen just have to shield their guy, but they have to take them where they want to go, only take them there a lot farther. And spread them out, move them out. That time they got a little bit of problem, a little pressure.
Yeah, you're down inside almost to a minute
Right.
left to go. You want to get
Third.
some points on the board here.
Right. There it goes.
Keene's looking at Singer, and he gets hit from the blind side.
I'm not sure if they called it a fumble or I thought his arm was going forward.
Incomplete.
That was a good look by the Trojans. As Keene did not see him coming.
No, they sent them. They just switched their defensive line, by the way. They put their first defensive line in so they keep them scoring. Their secondary is still young, but they got the 2 big guys in there. So they've had to switch that up and back. Sometimes a little bit defense like to shut people out.
4th and 8 for the Hornets. Keene back to pass, and he
Run it.
pass is intercepted.
They intercepted.
Pass is picked off. There's 8 seconds remaining in the ball game.
It was awful close to
Yeah,
the
they
line of scrimmage.
It's awful close. So you also, could have ran for that one, but still,
Yeah.
you have 8 seconds, would have been down. They would have never been able to. Well, they could have stopped the clock, but but he did what he had to do. But they did switch people, and that was not the same people up front.
So the Trojans will
I would assume
have
that
8 seconds.
the Trojans will take a knee.
Yeah.
It'll surprise me if they don't. I've been surprised a lot tonight.
Well, they're bunched in tight. You
Yeah.
would almost expect that's what they're gonna.
Well, wait, it starts, and they're not going to do anything. It
Nope.
starts, it's a running
Nope.
clock. It stops, on possession. That was it.
So the end of the game here in Wellsboro, as the Troy Trojans came to town and went victorious over the Wellsboro Hornets by a score of 41-0. That moves to the Trojans to 3-1 overall, and the Hornets will drop to 2-2 overall. That's going to do it here from Wellsboro tonight. For Russ Manny, this is Adam Patterson, and this game was brought to you by First Citizens National Bank. Thanks for tuning in and watching us tonight